And there were experiences that he also built. And in acquiring the skill in going through the journey, there were relationships he made. There were people he was friends with. Until one day, he now said, "Oh, I'm ready to become president." And because of his journey, because of his experience, because of his skills, today he's the president of Spain. And we can look at him and think that his career is president, but no. If you look at his story, you see where he's coming from, you see the things he did in the past, you see the kind of jobs he did, and all of that. You know, Auntie Fema said something very powerful when she was. I picked a lot of things. Me and I was there, I was listening to everything she said. She said that she came from Oshodi, but it does not matter where you're coming from. It does not even matter who your parents are. That's not important. Now that you are here, now that you're at this stage, at this critical stage, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? If the man, if Pedro Sanchez, when he was a teenager, if he didn't take his life seriously, he was not conscious of career. He was not building the skills he needed to build, or the relationships, or gaining the experiences he needed to gain. Do you think he will be where he is today? No. So if you abuse this stage, if you abuse it, if you don't use it well, the place that you're supposed to reach, even though God has written
It's because you
that
unplugged
this
it.
person
That's why.
must become the president of Spain, or must become the senator in Spain, or must become the parliament member in Spain, or must own XYZ number of companies in Spain. If you don't do the things you're supposed to do, now that you are at this stage, you will not become that thing. You will not. Even if God says that is what you will be, you will not do what you should do. As powerful as God is, you will not become that thing. I will not sing now. Okay. Okay. So you need to take your journey seriously. You need to take this stage seriously. And as we continue, we are going to see some of the things we can do at least for this summer. Some of the things you can start doing to position yourself in a place where you build the skills and you get the experience as you're going through the journey of life, the skill and the experience to maximize the career that is ahead of you, or to maximize your career. And as you're sitting now, I want you to even think you are 10 years old, you're 11, you are 17, you are 18, whatever your age is, I want you to think all these years that you have lived, what are the skills that you have developed? What are the skills that you have developed? What are the skills? Because if you have not developed any skills, then how are you going to get into that place that the more that you were built for, how will you be able to achieve it? Okay, next slide. You know, when I started, I was telling us something earlier that there are jobs today that will be no more in the future, right? Let me give us one instance. There's one case there. I can't see that thing clearly. Can you see clearly? No, don't worry. There's nothing you. and go. In the graveyard of those jobs. But do you know that in the past there were people whose job it was to wake up in the morning and knock on people's doors to wake them up so that they can go to work? Can you believe there was a job like that? It's difficult to believe now because I have my phone, I can turn on my alarm. Why do I need to pay somebody to be waking me up in the morning? Do you know that there was a period in time that we needed people to be turning on the light at night and then come again in the morning to turn it off? And that was people's career. That was their job. Once it's getting dark, you go and touch some places in the city square just to lighten the place up. And then when the daybreak has come, you do what? You go and turn it off and wait till night again. And that was their job. But can you imagine that kind of job in this era? We have street light. Do you even know how the light come on? Somebody somewhere just presses a switch and all the lights on the street come on. And once it's daybreak, they press a switch and it goes off. Maybe they don't even press anything. Maybe the panel sense the brightness and they come on and off. So we have some jobs in the past that today they have become ghost jobs. They are called ghost jobs because they are useless now. And that is how some jobs that you know today. In fact, some of you want to become, maybe you have told yourself in the future, I want to become this, I want to become that. But how are you even sure that that job will still exist when you get there? How are you sure that computers will not be flying planes? How are you sure? How are you sure that AI will not take over music production? How do you know? And for every one of you, the thing that you have placed in your mind that you want to do, how do you know that that job will not become a ghost job when you get to that place? And that is why, please let's go to the next slide. And that is why it is important that in building a future-proof career, we are not just focused on tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, I'm going to be. Because jobs will come and go, careers will evolve and change. I, I, I discuss with my wife a lot, like we gist a lot whenever we are at home. And most times we are together, so we gist a lot. And I was telling her that the job that we do is now becoming, I'm a software engineer. The job has changed. The job has what? Changed. It has evolved. 3 years ago, all you needed to do to be a software engineer for people to respect you, and for anywhere you go, you say, I'm a software engineer, people will do like this. It's to write code. You think about the problem, you write the code that solves the problem, and once you solve the problem, you feel so happy. You feel so good. But now, we no longer write code per se. We have AIs that are doing the work. There is no code you want to write now that AI will not write for you. The job has changed. The job has evolved. It has evolved. So now, our work is not, in fact, In my company where I work, Kelly Young, uh, Clancy Young has left. He has left off. Clancy, remove your car. Or, okay, you're an artist. Artists don't remove their car. Take it to the back. Okay, don't sleep. You know, when you eat like this, it's easy to sleep. Even Fortune now, his eyes, he's just saying, I must not sleep. Right. So, my job has evolved, it has changed. There is no code I want to write now that AI cannot write. My job now is to tell AI that there's this file, you need to change it. This is what I want to do. Do it. The job has evolved. The job has changed. And we don't even know what will happen next year because the way the AI is going, so we don't know. And that is why it is good you understand that your most important asset, your most important asset, your most important tool to build a future-proof career, your most important tool is your mind. What is your most important tool? What's your most important tool? It does not matter the kind of career you want or the kind of career you're already building. Because all of you are already building your careers. You're already building your careers. Your mind is the most important tool. Please, let's get the next slide. Yeah, it's your mind. That's your ultimate superpower. Why did God give you mind? So that you can use it to solve the problems in our world. Can you imagine we are in this place and there are no fans or ACs to blow us in this summer? You think we'll still be able to we will be comfortable here? People used their minds. People used their minds. Can you imagine that I came all the way from San Fernando and I trekked to this place? But because somebody used his or her mind, I entered an Uber. In fact, that's plenty minds put together. Don't give me here. So, look, your most important asset, the most important thing you will have is not the thing they will give you after you finish from school. That is good, is important, but that is not your most important asset. That's not. You know, I told you that my job is changing, a lot of things are changing, right? But you know why I'm not too bothered? It's because I know that I have the mind, and whatever comes out tomorrow, I'll be able to still use my mind to be useful in this Europe. And anywhere that I go, I will still be useful. If tomorrow they say there is no more software engineering, that means my job has disappeared, right? Or the job title has disappeared, right? If they say it no longer exists tomorrow, no problem. The next thing that exists, my mind, is my most important tool. I finished from school 2015. Do you know what I studied in school? Do you know? I studied microbiology. Have you heard of that before? Okay. I studied microbiology. But Do you know that ever since I left school with that certificate of microbiology they gave me, I have never done anything related to microbiology. Never. So I'm saying that your schools are important, your grades are important, but there is something that is much more important, which is your what? Your your mind. So your ability to think, your ability to produce things with your mind, that is your superpower. Next slide, please. And do you know that this mind that God has given you, you can build it, you can develop it, you can develop your mind. You can develop your mind. In fact, if you come to my house, we have a bookshelf. We are building a library. My wife and I, we are building a library. And we are trying as much as we can to get different kinds of books into the library. Books about, in fact, if you come, you'll find books about psychology, you'll find story books, you'll find you'll find books about software engineering, you find Christian books, all kinds of books. And the reason is because we understand that our most valuable asset is our what? Our mind. And the cheapest way to develop your mind is through books. Through books. That's the cheapest, in fact, that's the surest way to develop your mind. I have read a couple of autobiographies. Autobiographies are books that are written that detail the life of a great person or that detail the life of somebody. And one thing you will consistently find about these people, the great people that you hear about, is that they read books. They read. I used to have a guy that would say, anytime he sees me with a book, back in the days, when he sees me with a book, he say, ah, this guy, you're going to be a leader someday. He said, readers are leaders. Readers are what? Leaders. See, if you don't read, if you don't read, maybe you should just forget about career. The people who did not read when they were your stage, do you know how they are making their money now? They are using their body, their strength to make money, like their physical strength. That's what they are using. People that did not read when they were your stage, they are today they are using their physical strength. And do you know that there is an extent to how much your physical strength can offer you? In fact, it will get to a point that that physical strength will no longer be able to carry you. And that is why you must use your time to read books that will help your mind. You know, the good thing about books is that it helps you to see the options that are out there. The options that are out there, you will see. But if you don't read books, all you will know are the things that are happening around you. The things happening around you. Anu is somebody that likes to explore, according to her, right? That likes to go to places. Raise your head and don't sleep off. That likes to go to places, explore places. Do you know that even the cheapest way to explore places is from books? If you carry a book about a place and read, Wendy, is it Wendy? Are you the one with becoming Nigerian? You're the one with that book. Yeah, so that's the book that even if you have never been to Nigeria before and you read the book, you will just know some things about Nigeria. You will know some things about how Nigerians behave. So books will help you to expand your horizon. You begin to see possibilities that are beyond where you currently are. But there is a damage that is being done to your generation. There's a damage that is being done to your generation. Do you know what the damage is? TikTok, YouTube Shorts. TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Oh, Instagram too. It's a massive damage. Now, people, most of you can't sit in one place for 30 minutes and read a book. 30 minutes. But guess what? You can scroll TikTok for 1 hour and you will not even know when the 1 hour passed. Correct? Oh, it's like I'm lying. When to say I'm lying, yes, you're lying. Yeah. And you will spend that 1 hour, you won't learn anything. Books will help you to think better. So you will think better. Your mind will work better. Your thinking will not be limited to the people around you. Somebody will look at your life and it will not look like where you are coming from. When she says she lived in Oshodi, Oshodi is one of the roughest places in Lagos. Lagos is one of the roughest places in Nigeria. So Oshodi is one of the worst of the worst. If there are times of day that if you're passing, your life will be at stake, or you better have money to settle the people. So you grow up in that kind of environment, but you come out and when you tell people that, oh, I grew up in Torrejon, they'll be like, no, people who grew up in Torrejon, this is not how they behave. You're behaving like somebody who grew up in maybe a different city. But that is what will happen to you when you begin to read. When you begin to read. And I'm telling you that the easiest way you can build your career, the easiest way you can build a future proof career is through reading. I'll give you my story. I went to school, went to the university. The thought was, well, after school, you get a job, you start working, then you start paying bills, you just start living a good life. But I finished from school and I looked for a job. Like the first 7 months, I couldn't get a job. I think it was the 8th month I got a job. I worked with a bank. I worked with a bank, Access Bank. It's one of the biggest banks in Nigeria. And so, but before I got the job, I had plenty of time, so I was reading. I had books on my laptop. So I would read and read and read and read. I was reading different kinds of books and I enjoyed it. I enjoy reading. And that's one thing about reading. The more you read, the more you enjoy it. But if you're not somebody who reads, you will not enjoy it. But if you train yourself to start, you will begin to enjoy it. So I read, and then boom, I got a job. When I got the job, I can't really remember the number we were in the whole of Abuja. I was in Abuja. So we're going for training. And one day they came, they said they wanted to appoint a governor for the class in our training. And people began to nominate me. Anthony, Anthony. And me, in my mind, somehow I didn't want to. And I was nominating somebody else. And so they told two of us to stand up. And we stood up. And we began to talk. Then tell us, why should we select you. You tell us why should we select you. And when we finished, they, vo- they voted, and when the result came out, it was like 98 2. That was the result. I got 98 votes, and the other person got 2 votes. And in fact, I voted for the other person. So, also in our class, in our sessions, anybody that comes, any trainer that comes to train us, because they were getting different trainers to come talk to us, to come prepare us for the job. And anybody that came, they will always mark me out. They will always mark me out. I knew that I was not maybe the most intelligent person there. But somehow they will always mark me out, mark me out. And at the end of the whole training, they posted us to different places. That, being the governor of the class, helped me to build relationship with practically everybody in the class, and even the people that were coming to train us, senior staff of the bank. And I audited my life. Like, I went back and I was like, what happened? What was the difference? And I saw that in one of the books I read, I saw the man said, as you read, it changes your life, and even you are not aware. You're not aware. Other people around you will notice it. They will notice it. And that was one story, right? And then I started working. There was one book I kept hearing about, the richest man in Babylon. I'm working in a bank. I took interest in finance. I mean, but I discovered that, oh, they were paying me good money as a first job, like the money was good. That was like 2016, when Naira was still very good. Well, not very good, but better than it is now. And they were paying me 100,000 naira. Like, that was my first job ever. You're paying me so much money. Now, the minimum wage at the time, I think it was 18,000 naira. Your minimum wage in Spain is 1,200 euro, right? The minimum wage then was 18,000 naira, and I was being paid 100,000 naira. So that's big money, right? But I discovered that at the end of the month, my money will finish. Like, before the next salary comes, I'm single, I'm not married, I don't have a child, I don't have any. But before the next money comes, this one has finished. I'm looking for money to finish the last week of the month before the next salary comes. So I got a book, The Richest Man in Babylon, and I read the book. Do you know that after reading that book, the book taught me how to manage my money? Before I left Access Bank, I set up a business. Like, I was able to set up a business before I left the bank. And that same money we were being paid, I had colleagues that the same money was insufficient for. Like, the money was not enough for them. I'm telling you this story to say that the kind, if you give yourself to reading books, it will change your life in a way that you do not even expect. You will stand out amongst your peers. You will stand out amongst your equals. And when I say reading books, I'm not just talking about the book you go to school for, right? There are books, other contemporary books, books about life, story books, whether it's in Spanish or in English, just read. Next slide, please. Yes. Okay, I think I've talked about this. The next one. And you see, when now you look at your life, like some of you, you don't even know the skills you have, You don't know. It's like the first picture to the left on the board. Everything is scattered. Yeah, you're trying to build your life, but you don't know why do I need this? Why do I need that? And that is to tell you that the path to where you're going is not straight. It's not a straight road. When I was young, I wanted to become a medical doctor. Not because I liked medicine, but because people around me talked the idea of medicine. And so I felt like, oh, that is what I'm going to become. But I'm glad I didn't become a medical doctor. Because in my third year in the university, when I went for IT, I happened to work with doctors and they didn't have the kind of money I thought medical doctors would have. And so it is important that every maximize the moment, you maximize the season, you maximize this period, use it well. Because the opportunities you have now, you will not always have it. The time you have to build a skill now, in the next 5 years, you will not have that time. The time you have to gain certain experiences now, in the next 3 years, you will not have that time. You will not have the opportunity. Seasons will have changed. Seasons will have changed. So that is why we say now your career starts now. The road that will lead you to that great place. Oh, and please, I hope that in your mind, I hope that in your mind, when you're thinking about your career, I hope that you're thinking great things. I hope nobody here is thinking fabrica. Eh? I hope nobody here is thinking fabrica. I hope nobody here is thinking factory or one maker, one. What is the best job there are in this Spain? What is the best job? Yeah. A job that you think, "Ah, this job is really good. I love this job." Being an entrepreneur. Interesting. Okay, that's good. Being an entrepreneur. That's very good. Wendy, what do you think the best job is? I can't hear you. You're not sure. Okay. Being an entrepreneur, perfect. Muy bien. What about being the president of Spain? Is that a good job? How many of you are Spanish citizens? Yeah, most of you. You are not sure. You are. You're a Spanish citizen. Most of you are Spanish citizens. Maybe me too. If God spares my life, maybe I can become a Spanish citizen. Maybe.
Amen.
But how don't you think that being a Spanish citizen, you can become the president of Spain? Yeah? Don't you think that's a good job? Alright? Is that a good job? So when you're talking about career, please think high, think of very, very good. Don't say me, my parents are immigrants. That does not matter. Eh? That does not what? That does not matter. Don't say my own skin is black, it's not white. That does not.
Mother.
That's not important. That's not important. Don't worry, Auntie Favor.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yes. How many move to the next slide? Now, I want you to look at this next slide that is coming up. And this is the great career lie versus the reality. The lie is that you go to school and then from school you get a good job. How many of us have heard that? Yeah, you go to school. In fact, some of you, the thing they are motivating, using to motivate you to go to school is so that when you finish, you will get a good job and not work in the fabrica. So that you will not work in the fabrica. But that is a lie. Oh. No, it's not go to school and get a great job or a dream job. Yeah, school is still important. In fact, when I get the opportunity, I will still go to school. Now it is you go to school, maybe you get I told you that I did a job before, right? My first job was with a bank. I worked in the bank for some time after school, and then I came out again. After I left the bank, I learned a skill. Yeah. Thank you. So he said, how did I get to work in the bank when my area of study was not even related to finance? So in the bank, you don't need to study finance to work in the bank. You just need to have a degree for them. Once you have a degree, they can train you. Plus, finance is not one very big thing. It's something that you can learn on your own. So they trained us. And so after studying, I got a job in the bank, and after working in the bank, I left. I learned a skill. The skill I should have learned since it was after school, after work, that I now came back and learned the skill. Today, it is that skill I'm using now. And along the way, I'm learning other skills, learning other skills. So, your career is about what are the skills you're learning. And that is why I kept asking skill, skill, skill. What can you do? Hmm? What can you do now? What skill do you have? Because, like we saw earlier, the job that you're going to school for, by the time you finish school, that job might no longer exist. So, what are you going to do if you have no skill? So, build skill, 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 skill. You get a skill, you do another job, maybe on that job, you learn new skills, you do another, you learn some skills, you pick up some skills here, pick up some other skills there, and then before you know it, you see yourself a rounded person, and you're probably doing whatever thing you think that career is. Or maybe as you're even getting skills, trying your hands on different things, you find out that, oh, I'm even interested in this other thing than the thing I thought I was going to be interested in. I'll give you another example. When when I was in the bank, I had a friend, Chiefs. Chiefs kept saying, man, it's like you should learn coding, it's like coding is the thing, or it's like coding is the thing. But somewhere in my mind, I'm like, I didn't do anything with computer. I'm not a computer guy. And then there are people that are really good with computer. Like they just know how to operate things. How to. I was never that kind of person. I'm not a computer. That was what I kept telling myself until one day I read somewhere, oh, this is the skill of the future. You have to do this. You have to do that. And I was like, let me even try this coding thing that my friend keeps talking about. But I was afraid that I might not be able to learn it. To be honest with you, I was scared. And so I didn't try because I was afraid. I might not be able to learn this thing. But I started. I started and I see myself enjoying it. I can go the whole day doing this thing, learning it, using it, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even know it's something I could enjoy this much. And that's what I'm telling you guys. Some of you, the things that you think you will do tomorrow might not be the things you end up doing. But if you tie all your life to that thing, you might end up living a miserable life. Try your hands on different things. How do you even know the different things to try your hands on if you're not exposing yourself to the options that are out there? And that's why I talked about reading first. That reading will help you see options that are out there. My friend was saying it, but until I read it from a respected person, then I took it seriously and I began to enjoy it. And boom, when I got the when I got my first job, software engineering job, the money they were paying me, I was like, wow. Now I told you my first salary. I'm not going to tell you the second one because it will blow your mind. I was like, wow. That's a lot. And I thought to myself, that, even when I was in the bank, people that had spent 5, 10 years, they were not, before I came, they were not earning this much. And guess the work, go to the office 3 times a week. I say, what? This is good. And I've been enjoying it ever since then. And the money has been increasing, and the things I'm also able to afford is getting bigger now. So that if you call me to pay me the money they were paying me back then, I might look at you and just. So please, as much as you can, learn skills. Your career is not a straight line. You will need to, there will be a turn. You turn here, turn there, turn here, turn there. If you're going to Torrehon now, your house, there is no straight route that you can close your eyes and go straight and it will take you home. Is there a road like that? No. There's no road now that you close your eyes and you say it's straight and I'll keep going straight, I'll take you to your house. No. That is how your future is. There is no straight road there. You will meet turns, sometimes you turn left, other times you turn right, you say no, this is not the way. You come back, you go forward a little, you pause, and that is how it is. So it is not a sprint, it is a marathon. It is a marathon. Please, next slide. Go to the next one, please. I see you guys are very tired. So we'll finish very soon. So that you can sleep. You've never done this kind of thing before. Yeah? Now, sit in one place for over how many hours? It's difficult, right? Yeah? Is it not difficult?
Mm-hmm.
Answer me now.
Yeah.
It's difficult. But you see, it's these difficult things that will make you strong. Tomorrow, oh, well, tomorrow we are not spending the full day. On Saturday, it becomes more fun. It becomes easier. The next year, when we do 1 week camp, where you will not even go home and come back, morning till night, morning till night. Maybe don't worry, we'll give you money. Morning till night. Maybe that one you would like, it's amazing. But you see, the things that will change your life are not easy things. So, hello, the things that will change your life, they are not easy things. Let me tell you what an easy thing is. An easy thing is for me to be lying down on my bed with my AC on right now and I'm watching a movie or watching TikTok shorts or watching YouTube shorts or just listening to music, entertaining myself. That's the easy thing, isn't it? But to come and sit down from morning since 10 I mean 11 a.m., 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm still sitting down. Only 30 minutes break. Nah, that's difficult. But that's what will change your life. That's what will make you a better person. That is what will bring you to a life of ease tomorrow. So this on the screen is what I call the summer quest dashboard. So this summer, what are you going to do? No, the thing I've talked about so much is skill. So this summer, I'm reading. What are you going to do? Last summer, what did you do? You went on vacation, you went to swimming pool, you went to restaurant, you slept a lot, right? Yeah. No, you were not. Do you think you were not here then? So it was very fun last summer. But this summer, you're going to do the same thing. Because if you do the same thing, and you do the same thing next summer, and you do the same thing next summer, there is no amount of prayer anybody will pray for you that will change your life. There is no amount of prayer. There's no amount of wishing. I wish I can become like. I wish I can become like. No amount. There's no amount of, hey God, please help me. Hey God, make me like. It won't work. It won't work. I know that I'm talking now. Some people say, we'll still do vacation. This one. It's fine. Do vacation. But don't let that be the only thing you will do this summer. How many more weeks do you have before your break ends? What? Okay. A month plus. A lot can happen in a month. A lot can happen in a month. So these are the summer quests. The things that I want us to I want you to pick up some of these things. Challenge yourself. Tell yourself, I will do, don't worry, we'll go over each of them and you see one. You challenge yourself, say, just pick only one, don't do too many. Pick only one. They are all hard. All of them are hard. Pick only one. Now the first one here, please next slide. Build a universal skill. Build a skill. Look, there are some skills that if you have it, every 90% of companies, including school, 90% of companies require these skills. And these are some of the skills. Basic Python. What is Python? Python is a programming language. So you might want to say, okay, this coding, this programming they are talking about, what is it says? I just go on YouTube and search Python for beginners. I just learn it. Use it to build something. By the way, my Python was the first programming language I learned. And I used it to build a blog. I use it to build a blog. A blog is like a website where you write articles and all of that. So after I learned Python, I used it to build a blog. In fact, one time I was having an interview and that was one of the things that gave me the job. Do you know that when you leave school and you start looking for a job or when you get to a job board and they are interviewing you, do you know there will be hundreds, if not thousands of people that want to get the same job? What will make them give you the job are the unique skills that you have that other people don't have. And that blog was what gave me the job. And the man said, tell me about the blog. And I went on and I talked and talked and oh, nice, nice, nice. And at the end of the day, I got that job. So learn Python. You might be, okay, what is this programming thing? Learn Python. Very easy. Yeah? Canva design. Learn how to use the Canva to design. To make beautiful designs. These are practical skills you can learn within a month. If you devote good time learning these skills within a month, you'll be amazed at the thing you'll be able to build at the end of summer. So when you're going back to school, you're not going back the same person you were before you left. You're going back somebody with an advantage over your colleagues or over other people in that school. Go to YouTube, type Canva for beginners. Canva for beginners. Or Canva design for beginners. There's also video editing. We can make tons of videos here. There are people that have learned the skill of being able to carry this video, carry that video, carry this, join them together and make it very smooth, and they are making good money with it. Why don't you learn that? Oh, don't ask yourself, what will I use that skill to do? No, don't. Just pick one and learn it. As you're learning it, you might find it interesting. If you don't find it interesting after learning it, no problem. Get another one and learn. As you're picking the skills and learning, remember that slide where there is a mess everywhere. As you're picking the skills and learning, you eventually find something that really interests you. And then you can build and build and build yourself in that regard. There's also AI programming. Is there anybody here that has not used AI? You've not used AI. You don't have a phone. You have a phone. You don't use ChatGPT. That's AI. But beyond just using ChatGPT or using it to ask, now the way most of you use AI is like the way we used Google search then. Don't worry, don't answer me. The way you will use when you want to find out what is the capital of Nigeria, you go to ChatGPT, right? That's the way some of you use it. But it's more than that. I told you that after I got the things I wanted to talk about, I fed it to the AI. All this drawing, all this color, guess what did it? AI. They call it Notebook LM. That's the AI I used. And the same AI produced a podcast for me from this same material. Maybe when I get home, I'll download it and share it on the group. In fact, I wanted to even use it to generate a video last night. But I slept off. When I get back, I'll go back and generate that video and send it to your group. And all the skills, you can learn them on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, type AI programming, or just type artificial intelligence and see the things you'll be able to do. And as you learn these skills, you begin to see ideas around you that you can use the skill to do or to solve. You begin to identify problems around you that you can use the skills to solve. Or if you don't have a skill, even when there are problems, all you will see is a problem. You will not see solution. And there is one other one here, Excel. How many of you know Excel? Yeah, there's something called Excel. It's something that every company uses, every organization uses Excel. It's a good skill to have. So build a universal skill. Pick something from here that in this summer You say, this is the thing I'm going to learn. And just focus on only that one thing. The second action point or quest is read a book or read two books. Look for a subject that you're interested in. Have you ever read a book on aviation?
Not yet.
Not yet. You should you should get a book on it. There's a man called Richard Branson. Do you know him?
Richard.
You don't? Okay. Go and look for books about areas you are interested in. You are interested in music recording or artist management or music whatever. Look, it's broad. Have you read a book? Look for a good book and read. And all of you, what are the things that you're interested in? Read a book about it. Get a good book about it and read. Read a book. That's one. So if you're doing this read a book part, a book on something that you're curious about, something you're interested in. Fortune loves basketball. Get a book on basketball and read. Then look for somebody in that field who is a music executive, who is a successful pilot or astronaut, who is a successful person in that your area of interest, who is a successful doctor, who is a successful pharmacist, who is a successful nurse, who is a success in that thing that you are pursuing. Look for somebody who is a successful person. And please, the next slide, your anti favor. Look for somebody who is successful in that field and read about the life of that person. So, if it's the skill you want to do this summer, if it's about you want to learn the wisdom of the people that have gone ahead of you, so you pick one. Now, there's another one. Please, the next slide. Activate your creator mode. How many of you have TikTok accounts here? If you have a TikTok account, raise your hand. Clinton, remove that your thing. Let me be seeing your face. I know you are with me. Or I say remove it. Musician is already showing us music style. Good. Most of you have TikTok accounts. Okay. But how many of you post things on TikTok? Okay. What kind of things do you post on TikTok? Anna, what kind of thing do you post? Your what? Oh, some of your favorite movies. Oh, I hear you love to draw. Okay, drawing. Oh, then you then put the drawing there. Very good. So if you have a TikTok account, but you're not using it to put the things that you enjoy there. When I say things you enjoy, I don't mean things that make you laugh or things that make you happy. The thing that is your career. Are you putting it there? I mean, are you putting beats there? Say to me, are you talking about how to become a pilot or what it entails? Are you telling us about planes? If I go to your TikTok, will I know the things you know about planes? Quest B. Don't worry, I'll come back to it. Please bring it for me. Right? Fortune. What is on your TikTok? So, if you want to be in this category, you have to decide that From today, the things you will post on your TikTok this summer are things about your career, things about your future. Yeah, things about your career. Winner, I hope it's only your music production you are putting there. Yeah, because that's what you should be selling. That's what you should be pushing. Omo, what are you putting on your TikTok? Don't tell me now. Don't tell me now. But from this moment, the next things you're beginning to put are things about find out health facts. You're interested in medicine, yes? Find out things about medicine, about health facts. What should I be doing in summer? Summer is about to end. What should I be doing in winter? How should I dress? What should I eat? What should I drink? And put those kind of content there. And that way it will force you to know more. Alright? What are you interested in? Business, entrepreneur. If I go to your TikTok, what will I see? Scriptures. You want to become a pastor? Okay, well, being a pastor is good also. But the point I'm making is put begin to create content. I think your world is a content age now. Begin to create content about business. Wendy, what is the thing you're interested in? Best, what is the thing you're interested in? Begin to create the content. When you go and shoot basketball, get your friend. Wait, por favor, video me. Then when you shoot, let them video you. Go and put it there. We will not laugh at you like that. Alright, so take a shot, take a video, go and put it there. If that's what you're interested in. Don't just go to TikTok and scroll, see what other people are putting. You put your own things there for others to see. What are the 3 best business books you have read? And what did they teach you? Each of them. Go and read books on business. Select the 3 best. Go on TikTok and start telling us the lessons you have learned from those books. Do you understand? Become a creator. Please, the next slide. Get a job. Some of you can work now, right? If you're 17, you're 16, you're 18, get a job. In fact, tell them, por favor, let me work for free, eh? Don't pay me any money. I just want to be a it's fine. It's fine now. It's okay. Alright, so go and get a job. Do you know I've worked for free? Yes, I've worked for free. In fact, I worked with one company for like 2 months for free. I even begged them to do the free work. If you get a place that can pay you, fine. But look, your goal now is not to make money. That's not your goal right now. Your goal is to develop the skill. Alright, you love business. How many businesses have you worked with? Have you gone to any business around and said, please, let me help you in this your business. I love this business that you do. Let me help you. Don't even pay me. I'll work for you for free. Let me learn some skills. Let me learn how they do this business. Do you understand? Let me learn how it is done and do it as though they are paying you 1 million euros. But if they can pay you, it's fine. But if they say no, we will not pay, tell them please, let me do it for free. You are somebody that loves food so much. Why not say, please, let me work with this restaurant for free? Let me work with you people. I'll be helping you to attend to customers and work in the kitchen, anything at all. That will help you to learn how things work in the world. It will help you to learn. Remember, we say that your career is your journey, your skill, and your what? Experience. This is where you will gain experience from. So, you can decide that's what you want to do. You can decide that's what you want to do. This next slide. Let's next one. Yeah, so this is the final one. The LinkedIn challenge. How many of you know what LinkedIn is? Oh, very good. Oh, that's good. Please clap for yourself. How many of you have LinkedIn accounts? Very good. Okay. Please go and create a LinkedIn account. Leave TikTok for now. Go and create a LinkedIn account. Create a LinkedIn account. Then when you get there, reach out to 3 people that do the kind of things you love. 3 people that do the things you love. 3 people that there is nobody you will not find on LinkedIn. Successful people, they are all there. Reach out to them. Say, please, so I am interested in this, your field. I am just still in so and so grade, but I really love this thing. And ask them, what do you need to do? How can you get to a point where you begin to do that thing? Ask them to mentor you. Ask them to mentor you. And see, adults, they love to help young people a lot. Yeah, they do. This next slide. So go on LinkedIn and reach out to successful people. Next slide, please. Let them tell you the skills they built that got them to that place. Best, create a LinkedIn account. Okay, so I think this on this slide, I'm just going to talk for a few minutes, and that will be the end of this session. I'll not go to the remaining slides. There are 2 things I want to warn you about. One is fear. You know, I told you that one of the things that delayed me from getting started with learning how to code was fear. I was afraid that I might not know how to do it. I was afraid that this is not what I am meant to do. I thought I don't have what it takes to do this. This is not what I'm meant to do. No, I can't do this. And for a long time, I didn't start. See, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's okay to fail. It's okay to start and you fail, no problem. We'll do another thing. Alright? Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to when you go on LinkedIn and reach out to somebody, don't be afraid of what they will think or say. Don't be afraid of who will laugh at you. Don't be afraid. All the people that have achieved great things, people have laughed at them, people have mocked them, people have shamed them, but they still did it. And after they became successful, the same people that mocked them were the ones that clapped for them. So say no to fear. Don't say, I'm too young. I can't do that now. Hey, I'm too young. It's not my age mates that are doing that kind of thing. It's for matured. No, you are matured enough to do it. And the other thing is the time waster called social media. It's a great time waster. It will steal all your summer, and at the end, you will not have gained anything. Social media, TikTok, especially Instagram. If you want to have a social media and your favorite one, it should be YouTube. But it's not to go and watch movie or watch all those short videos. It's not for entertainment. It's not for entertainment. It's to go and learn a skill. You know, I've told you, go to YouTube. Python for beginners. Canva for design for beginners. AI programming for beginners. So please, when you want to sleep, keep your phone aside. 30 minutes a day. Keep your phone in a different room. Okay, say no. Okay, say you want to kill me, you can do it. Keep your phone in a different room. Carry a book and read. And you'll be a better person after the summer. I'm going to stop here to go and take care of my boy. It's my career now. Alright, God bless you all.
Please let us put our hands together for your activity. No, no, no. Hands together. That was a very, very excellent session. I learned a lot myself, and I have like plans of what I'm going to do going forward. As we plan to wrap up, I want us to talk about that session. What stood out for you? We planned an extra session, but we don't have it today. We move it to Saturday. So I need a mic. What is one thing that stood out for you? Everybody's going to talk. Okay? One thing that stood out for you during the course of Uncle Anthony's session. Where is the mic? A mic. One thing that stood out for you. You're taking notes. One thing that stood out for you. James, tell me one thing that stood out for you. No, but you.
No, 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 no. You have to.
One thing, you're wait, I'm speaking to them. One thing that stood out for you, that you can think that you benefited from the session.
No se enterra ni del pino.
And this one is is there one thing that stood out for you?
Ay, ay.
Give me the mic that works. Give it to Ife. Give it to Ife. Give the mic to Ife, not Oren.
Madre mía.
Something that stood out for me is how a career can change our lives. Okay. And how we have to have experiences to
we have to have experiences, right? It's a part of a career bundle. Please let's clap for her. Some of us have been taking note. I want us to now, good. Pass the mic to Fortune. What stood out for you during the course of that session? What's one thing that stood out for you?
What stood out for me was the fact that I can actually make use of my vacations and make them productive, learning new skills instead of just eat, play, and sleep, eat, play, and sleep.
Please clap for Fortune. Instead of going to the pool, go to San Fernando, come back to Akara, the United, going around to and fro the earth. You can learn skills on YouTube. You can learn skills on LinkedIn Learning. You can learn skills on different platforms. That's excellent. Thank you so much. Fortune has been paying attention. Pass the mic to Ore. What stood out for you during the course of the session? Because it's important for us to know that we're not wasting time. What stood out for you?
Something that stood out for me is that you can offer yourself to work for free, for other companies, so you can learn new skills and prepare yourself for your future career.
Can you clap for her? Let me tell you how I learned how to put program courses together. Okay, when I was in university, when I was in 200 level, a friend of mine had finished university, so she came back to do her masters. And then she told me about the problem that was happening around us. So in Nigeria then, even now, a lot of people were starting businesses, okay? But they were failing because we just wanted the money. Students were doing things, photography, beat making, makeup, but they were failing. And she's like, Favor, why don't you bring people who are successful entrepreneurs in their own? They might not be the biggest, they might not be that good. Then they will come and teach students. They will do courses. And that was how we started the foundation, Hope Nation Entrepreneurial Foundation. And to work in that foundation, I had to be the administrative person that, I was managing courses that had maybe up to 1,000 people sign up for some of the courses aggregate. And I had to make sure they see them through from end to end. I had to bring facilitators. On some days where there are no facilitators, you have to read and become the facilitator yourself, right? And I was paid 0 naira. Till I finish, I'm still like a board member now, I'm paid 0. And you do it for free, but you build skills. So sometimes volunteering is powerful. As long as you could do it with the mind, you're not paying me, so I can do it anyhow. Do you understand? If you can do it, Okadoni was saying, do it as though they pay you ₦1 million, and then you can get value. So that's an excellent one. It's called volunteering. Everybody say volunteering. We are planning this event. Some people have been super helpful. I was telling Wendy, this is your opportunity to learn a level of social media management. Tell people when to post, creating the videos. I'm sure that Tosin has explored from decoration to streaming, from different things. So when we're doing things like this and the volunteer schools, you're also getting better. Fantastic. Please put your hands together for Ore. Shetemi, give Shetemi the mic. What stood out for you? We are wrapping up.
What stood out for me the most is the fact that I can make my time now productive and not have to gather everything for and all the stress for when I graduate. And I can now start building up skills throughout the years to have a plan B so if I don't become a pilot.
I'm sure Pastor will come for you because you're making Shetemi think like B for when he does not become a pilot. My eye is not there. My eye is not there. But that's powerful. Because how do you know that in 5 years we will not have robots who can be pilots? And I think that because of the risk level, you're still going to have human supervision. But that means that they will cut down employment rate. So if before you need maybe a company needs to employ 20 pilots, with the help of certain robots and certain things, they might cut it down to 5. So And the truth is, I think going in Nigeria, it's not only about Anthony that I want to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor. But I used to fear blood. I used to fear many things. My mother said, which kind of doctor is this one? Fake doctor. And then I studied chemistry. And like Uncle Anthony, I have not used my chemistry degree since I came out from university. I didn't use it for anything. Because the first job I was going to get out of university was to work as an IT project manager. So I was managing IT projects, building apps and all those things. So I studied chemistry, and to the glory of God, I did it very well. Some people say, oh, that was not my case. I did it excellently well right there, but I've not used it. And I don't think I would ever use it because I've done something else and I'm on a different path. Maybe I would use it in the future, but imagine it. So don't say, I studied this, so this is the only thing I can do with my life. No. Education just teaches you that you know how to learn. Yes, you know how to learn. That's the biggest thing you learn from being educated. That today, if I want to learn how to code, I know that there's a systemic way to get knowledge. Do you understand what I mean? So fantastic. Chedemi is already thinking of the possibility of a plan B. So this boot camp is successful. Give the mic to Wendy. Wendy, what stood out for you? Before we continue, I want you guys to clap for yourselves. Everybody. And my reason is, I think you guys have never done something like this. But I think to an extent, you guys have been very attentive. And this has been a long day. And you have been I'm very impressed personally. Please can you clap for yourselves? Thank you so much. Wendy, Benga, what stood out for you?
What stood out for me is about learning the career like equation because I was always told that once you have your degree, you have a job immediately. But you can, like before, after school, you can learn a skill. I learned that it's not straightforward. There will be ups and downs, there will be complications, but in the end, it's going to be worth it.
Thank you so much. She learned something powerful that is not straightforward. For me, I learned from Uncle Anthony's career trajectory. He was working in the bank and decided that, okay, I was going to learn how to code. At the time, many of my friends were learning how to code. I tried it and it wasn't my thing. Maybe if I go back now, who knows? But it wasn't my thing. I had learned it for like 3 months. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to struggle doing this thing. But maybe if I stop with it. But what she's saying is, it's not a straight path. I read biographies a lot. And if you read biographies of people like Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, like some amazing people, Miles Monroe, like fantastic people, Aliko Dangote, different people, Ibukwa Washika, those are Nigerians. So Alicia is already looking at me like, who is that? But if you read these people's career trajectory, you will know that it's not a straight line. You don't sit and read the line. This is my destiny. From here, I told you that I studied chemistry. I came out. As I said, I've been working in a non-profit. I started working as an IT project manager. I came to Spain. What am I doing? I was teaching English. Before you know it, next year, it's a path. But wherever you are, you need to acquire skills. And you need to be forward thinking. Now, what can I use this to do? Where am I going? How does this add to my journey? And especially if you're a child of God, every path that you go, you pick something for your future. Do you understand? So stop telling me, I will study this, and therefore this is the position of your destiny. No. You can see him, he's studying microbiology. He's a software engineer. Clap for him. Today, we're all doing different things. Okay? So be flexible. Education, the most powerful thing education can teach you is how to learn. I want to hear from 2 more people and then Omo, give over the mic. What stood out for you from Uncle Anthony's session? Why is the mic not reaching Omo? That mic is hard. No. What stood out for you?
What stood out for me has already been said, but yeah, like your career starts now, and you can basically learn any skill that will end up shaping your career in the future.
Very good, clap for her. You can learn. You were saying this vacation, decide every skill that you use. I told you that then I was working with a number of. That was when I learned how to do Canva design because we didn't have money to pay graphic designers. So we had to learn Canva. Today, I've used Canva for my personal life like mad. You've been to my house now. You see what I use Canva to do everywhere. People are like, did you buy it? I use Canva for my personal life to design things. Most of the things that we are using for this conference, I designed a good number of them. If I cannot design any, it's not that I cannot do it. It's probably the time, and maybe I don't get the kind of excellence that I want for some of them. Most of them, for example, the flyer. But with AI, with Claude, you could also run things around ChatGPT. So learn something. You don't know where you are going to need it. Sometimes what you think you need it for is not what you end up using it for. So that's powerful. Clap for her. One more person. Anu, give Anu the mic. Anu, what stood up for you? That's the last person for today. Give Anu the mic, por favor.
Basically, stood out for me today, like what Anthony said, that you should not let fear take over all things you want to do in life. And he also said one like exploring, like not only going around, you can explore on many things like downloading, writing, and exploring on books. Yeah, that's a stood out for me.
Very good. Clap for her. Explore. If me, I don't like fiction. I don't enjoy a lot of fiction. So I read a lot of non-fiction. But if you enjoy fictions, enjoy. Explore, learn about different worlds. You know, a good education, normally, there's no topic they should bring out in a room that you have zero idea. I think there are very, very few topics that you will bring out, and I have zero things to say. I think so. Planes, I have an idea of something. I'm not so interested, I'm not an enthusiast, but I have an idea. Sports, that's how we should be. You should be that person that you have idea of everything. Explore the worlds of different people. Don't be narrow-minded. Very good. Please, let's start for her. And let's start for Anthony. So we're wrapping up now. But there's one person I want us to clap for. The person is not here. But the person is ensuring that our online audience can listen in. And that is our dear sister Folashade. So I want us to clap for her because it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And even Megan, she's been doing a lot and she's not even here. So let's clap for her again. And let's say thank you, ma. Thank you. Okay, there's another person who will say thank you to. The person is not here, but we'll say thank you to her. But I'll tell you later, right? But it's been making this successful has been the contribution of so many people, right? I want to thank every single person, every one of us. Uncle Anthony has been the best partner in doing this together. I want to thank Pastor Wale because he's been a fantastic pastor that allows ideas fly. I want to thank Pastor Ezekiel, is not here, and his dear wife, who we clapped for. I want to thank so many people. I think the list will run too long. But thank you for making this a reality. And do you think that you've gained something for today? Are you looking forward to Saturday? Not the picnic, but are you looking forward to Saturday? Yeah. Me too, okay, thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for ourselves. Is there something we are wrapping up? So we're wrapping up now. We will not pack the chairs. So I don't know how we will manage this thing for tomorrow. We'll talk about it because I don't want us to go through the same work to put these things back. But on Saturday we will start 10 a.m. By the grace of God, 10 a.m. is 10 a.m. Because Friday, Saturday is very packed. We are coming here until like 2, 3, and then we are going for the picnic. So even if it's 2 people, which I hope that what Anthony has taught us today and what I've said, we will not be late. Let's be here early. Okay? Thank you so much. Let's say the closing prayer. Who's going to pray for us? Who's going to pray for us? Any volunteer? Huh? Any volunteer? We are children of God now. Worry and pray for
us. Sorry, please. One opportunity. Where is Daniel?
I saw yesterday.
Sarah.
Sarah traveled.
Already?
She traveled. She was here yesterday. She traveled to us.
Please find out why Daniel was not here. And where's Lorena?
Lorena traveled, but Daniel didn't. I sent yesterday.
Also have a phone. Why on Instagram? He has a phone, it's on Instagram. Yeah, he doesn't have WhatsApp, but it's on Instagram. Yeah, he's not aware. So please, let nobody be left behind. Let's reach out to him. Is there any other person that's supposed to come?
Antonio.
Yeah, why is Antonio not here?
I don't know. He registered, but I didn't see him.
Please, let's reach out to the two of them.
No, I've not tried that. I know
Reach
I
out
can
to the
that.
two of them, please. Let's try to carry everybody along. Thank you.
Our dear Heavenly Father, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, we thank you for this day. We thank you for some opportunity that we sorry. Thank you for this day, and we thank you for this opportunity you have given to all of us to be here. Father, everything we have learned today that has been put in our path, we pray that it will be useful in our lives in the mighty name of Jesus. And we pray that as we go home, we will not go home the way we came, that we will go home transformed, whether spiritually or in other aspects in the mighty name of Jesus. I commit everybody here into your able hands, Lord, and I pray that you will continue to guide and protect us in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you for the life of your children. I pray that we continue to be enriched with knowledge and that Saturday program will be even greater than today in the mighty name of Jesus. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray.
Amen.
Okay, so
Lord, and the sweet fellowship of the Holy